Ever had one of those moments when you wish you could take back what you just said? You're definitely not alone. King Solomon, celebrated for his unmatched wisdom, had a profound understanding of the power of words and knew exactly when to keep quiet. His insights are still incredibly relevant, offering timeless guidance on the value of silence in our everyday lives. Solomon's teachings make it clear. Sometimes the most impactful thing you can say is absolutely nothing. These lessons from a wise king can help us all think twice before we speak, ensuring that when we do choose to use our voices, it's only to add value and purpose to the conversation. In this video, we're going to explore 14 specific situations directly from Solomon's Proverbs where staying silent isn't just a good idea, it's essential. So, if you've ever regretted speaking too soon or too much, stick around. This one's for you. Situation number 1. When you're angry. Have you ever been so mad that you just wanted to let it all out? It's a human reaction, right? But here's a piece of wisdom from King Solomon in Proverbs 29, verse 11. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. This tells us that even though it might feel good to blow off steam in the moment, it's usually better to cool down first. Why? Because when we speak in anger, we might say things we'll regret later. Things that could hurt others and maybe even come back to bite us. Think about the last time you were really angry. If you lashed out, how did that work out for you? Did it solve the problem or did it just make everything messier? That's the thing. Anger can make us feel like we're taking action, but it's often just destructive. The wise move, though, is to take a step back. Give yourself some space to breathe and calm down. You'll be surprised how much clearer things can look when you're not seeing red. And here's another reason to hold your tongue when you're angry. It shows you're in control. People respect those who can manage their emotions, especially in tense situations. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. It tells everyone around you that you're thoughtful and deliberate, not impulsive. So next time you find yourself on the verge of a rant, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath or maybe even step out of the room. Ask yourself what you really want to achieve and whether blowing up is going to get you there. Often, you'll find that keeping your cool and approaching the situation with a calm mind is the best way to resolve things and maintain your relationships intact. Situation number 2. When you don't have all the facts. Ever jumped into a conversation and realized halfway through that you had it all wrong? It's like stepping into a room with the lights off. You're bound to bump into something. That's why Proverbs 18, verse 13 warns us to answer before listening. That is folly and shame. It's a straightforward reminder. Make sure you really understand the situation before you weigh in. Speaking without all the facts can lead to misunderstandings, and it's just embarrassing to get things wrong in front of others. Being fully informed is crucial, not just for getting things right, but also for respecting the conversation and everyone involved. It shows you care enough to listen and engage properly, not just throw your opinion around. Plus, it helps you make more meaningful contributions, ones that could really move the conversation forward instead of derailing it. And let's face it, nobody likes to be corrected because they spoke too soon. It can hurt your credibility. People trust those who speak with knowledge and understanding, not those who constantly have to backpedal or correct themselves. It's about building a reputation as someone who's reliable and thoughtful, not hasty and careless. So, how can you avoid this pitfall? Start by listening more and speaking less. When you're given new information, take a moment to process it. Ask questions if something isn't clear. Show that you're genuinely interested in understanding everything fully before you add your thoughts. This approach doesn't just prevent mistakes, it also makes you a better communicator and a more valued participant in any discussion. Situation number 3. When dealing with fools. Ever find yourself in a conversation that's going nowhere fast? Maybe it feels like you're talking to a brick wall. Or worse, someone who just wants to argue for the sake of arguing. King Solomon has a tip for us in these frustrating moments. He says in Proverbs 26 verse 4, "Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him." This is sage advice about not getting dragged down into pointless debates where you might end up just as irrational as the person you're arguing with. Think about it. When someone is determined not to listen or learn, engaging with them on their terms rarely changes their mind and often only escalates the tension. You're likely to waste your energy and maybe even start acting out of character. Solomon's warning here isn't just about avoiding arguments. It's about maintaining your own peace and integrity. Additionally, disengaging from futile arguments can sometimes be the most powerful response. It shows that you value your time and mental well-being more than winning an unwinnable argument. This can also set a boundary that you're not someone who can be easily provoked into fruitless encounters. So next time you find yourself facing what Solomon might call a fool, remember that silence can be golden. It's not about being dismissive. It's about choosing where to invest your energy wisely. Keep your cool, hold your tongue, and maybe change the topic to something more constructive. Your blood pressure will thank you. Situation number 4. When words could hurt. Words are powerful tools. They can build up or tear down, heal or hurt. Solomon gives us a vivid picture of this in Proverbs 12 verse 18. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. It's a stark reminder that our words can have a deep impact on others, sometimes cutting deeper than we intend. So when we're tempted to say something in the heat of the moment, it might be better to hold back, especially if those words could be hurtful. Imagine the scenario. Emotions are high and you have something on the tip of your tongue that could really sting. Yes, saying it might give you a momentary sense of satisfaction, but the damage it could do might be irreversible. It's moments like these where a pause, a deep breath, and a moment of reflection can be crucial. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say going to improve the situation or just hurt the other person? This doesn't mean you should never express difficult truths, but it's about choosing the right time and the right words. Constructive criticism, delivered thoughtfully, can foster growth and strengthen relationships. However, harsh words, once spoken, can't be taken back and can leave lasting scars. Therefore, it's essential to weigh your words carefully. When you feel like your words could be potentially harmful, consider alternatives. Could you phrase your criticism more gently? Is there a way to address the issue that invites dialogue rather than conflict? Sometimes, the answer might even be to wait until your emotions have cooled. This way, you can ensure that your words heal instead of hurt, aligning with the wisdom Solomon teaches us. Situation number 5. When it's time to listen, ever find yourself chatting away, only to realize you've been doing all the talking? Well, Solomon's got a word for us in Proverbs 18 verse 2. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. This is a powerful nudge to switch gears from talking to listening. True wisdom isn't just about voicing our thoughts. It's about being open to others too. Listening is how we grow, how we connect, and how we show genuine interest in the people around us. Think about it. When you really listen to someone, you're not just hearing their words, you're making them feel valued. That's big. It turns a simple conversation into an opportunity to deepen relationships. Whether it's with friends, family, or coworkers, showing that you care enough to listen can really strengthen your bonds. Plus, you might just learn something new. But here's the kicker. Active listening can save us from misunderstandings that often lead to conflicts. By really absorbing what the other person is saying, you can respond more accurately and thoughtfully. How many arguments could be avoided if everyone just listened a little more closely? So next time you're in a discussion, challenge yourself. Can you spend more time listening than speaking? Try it. Ask questions. Reflect back what you hear and resist the urge to jump in with your own story right away. It's not just about being polite, it's about being wise. Let's embrace the silence that lets us hear more, and maybe just understand each other a little better. Situation number 6. When tempted to gossip. Now, onto a tricky one. Gossip. We've all been there, right? That moment when you're about to spill the tea. But Solomon throws us a curveball in Proverbs 20, verse 19. A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid a man who talks too much. It's a stark reminder that gossip isn't just harmless chatter. It's potentially harmful. It can break trust and hurt people, sometimes more than we realize. Here's the deal. When you choose not to spread that juicy bit of gossip, you're doing more than keeping a secret. You're building trust. You're showing you're someone who respects others' privacy. Think about the kind of friend or colleague you want to be known as. The trustworthy one, right? The one who doesn't need to rely on gossip to be interesting. Plus, let's not forget, gossip can backfire. Ever wonder what people might be saying about you? It's simple. Live by the rule that if you don't have anything nice to say, maybe don't say anything at all. This isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about fostering a more positive, supportive environment around you. So, the next time you're on the verge of sharing some gossip, pause. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? If it's a no to any of these, maybe hold off. Change the topic, focus on something positive about the person, or just steer the conversation to safer waters. Remember, staying clear of gossip isn't just about keeping secrets. It's about keeping respect. Situation number 7. When you'd be lying. Let's get real about honesty for a moment. Proverbs 12, verse 22 hits hard. The Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy. The message, truth matters a lot. Whether it's a white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings or something more significant, lying can create a web of deceit that's tough to escape from. And here's the thing. Once trust is broken, it's incredibly hard to rebuild. Think about that next time you're tempted to stretch the truth. Being truthful isn't just about not telling lies. It's about being someone others can rely on. When people know they can trust you, your relationships are stronger and more meaningful. That trust can open doors in both your personal and professional life. Plus, being known as a trustworthy person is a powerful reputation to have. It's something that will follow you in all aspects of life and can define your character in the eyes of others. Moreover, telling the truth often leads to less stress. Think about it. No need to keep track of what you said to whom or worry about your stories not lining up. You live your life openly and honestly, which is a huge relief. It simplifies things and lets you focus on what really matters. So next time you're about to say something that isn't quite true, pause for a second. Consider the consequences. Ask yourself if avoiding a little discomfort now is worth the potential fallout of being found out later. Often, you'll find that it's better to be upfront, even if it's challenging. Or if you can't say something honestly, sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. Situation number 8. When the timing is wrong. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7 gives us this wisdom. A time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent, and a time to speak. It's a poetic way of reminding us that timing is everything, especially when it comes to conversations. There are moments to step up and say what needs to be said, and then there are times when the best thing you can do is hold back, wait for the right moment, or maybe decide that some things are better left unsaid. Getting the timing right can mean the difference between a message that lands effectively and one that falls flat or causes unintended harm. It's about reading the room, understanding the emotional state of others, and considering the broader context of the discussion. This sensitivity can enhance your communication and ensure that when you do speak, your words are more likely to be received as intended. Think about a time when someone said something to you at just the right moment. It might have been exactly what you needed to hear. Now remember a time when someone's words came at the worst possible moment. The difference is stark, right? Timing your speech thoughtfully can build bridges, while poor timing can burn them. In practice, before you speak, especially if it's something significant, ask yourself if this is the right time. Consider what's going on around you and with the person you're speaking to. Are they likely to be receptive? Is there too much stress or distraction? Could your words be misinterpreted? If it's not the right time, consider waiting or adjusting your approach. This doesn't just apply to heavy topics, but to everyday interactions at work or with friends and family. Situation number 9. When you need to maintain privacy. Proverbs 11 verse 13 says, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret." It's a clear reminder of the value of trust and confidentiality. Imagine someone shares something personal with you. They're not just passing information, they're handing you a piece of their trust. Betraying this trust by spilling their secrets can break relationships beyond repair. It's about more than just avoiding gossip. It's about being someone others can rely on, someone who respects and protects privacy. When you hold someone's confidence, you are saying to them, "You can trust me." This builds strong bonds, whether with friends, family, or colleagues. Think about it. Wouldn't you feel more connected and loyal to someone who has proven they can keep your personal matters safe? That's the kind of relationship that lasts. And let's not forget, breaking confidentiality can cause a lot of unnecessary drama. Once private information is out, it can lead to misunderstandings or hurt feelings that could have been easily avoided. Is sharing that piece of gossip really worth the potential fallout? Probably not. So, next time you're tempted to share someone else's secret, pause and think about the consequences. Respect their privacy as if it were your own. Remember, being trusted with a secret is a privilege, not a gossip ticket. Keep that trust intact, and you'll build deeper, more meaningful connections. Situation number 10. When criticism won't be constructive. Moving on to criticism. It's a tricky thing, isn't it? Proverbs 15 verse 1 teaches us, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." This is a powerful reminder that how we deliver criticism is just as important as the criticism itself. Sometimes, the best way to handle a situation is not to throw in your 2 cents, especially if those words might cause more harm than good. Before you decide to critique someone, think about your goals. Are you trying to help or just venting your frustrations? If it's the latter, maybe those words are better left unsaid. Constructive criticism should be about growth and improvement, not just airing grievances. If the setting or mood isn't right, your words could be taken the wrong way, and instead of solving a problem, you might end up creating a new one. Also, think about the repercussions of your words. Could your criticism damage a relationship or hurt someone's feelings irreparably? If there's a risk of either, you might want to hold off on that critique. It's often better to find a more suitable moment or a more tactful way to convey your thoughts that encourage dialogue rather than conflict. To approach this wisely, try framing your criticism with a positive spin. Say you're dealing with someone's continual lateness to meetings. Instead of bluntly saying, "You're always late," why not try, "I've noticed you've had trouble getting to meetings on time. Is there something that could be adjusted to help you arrive earlier?" This opens a constructive conversation that focuses on solving the problem, not just highlighting it. Remember, timing is everything. And sometimes, the best timing for criticism is a bit later, or maybe not at all. Situation number 11. When you're supposed to keep a secret. Have you ever been trusted with a secret? It feels pretty good, right? Like you're someone who can be trusted, someone who values deep connections. Proverbs 11 verse 13 nails it. A trustworthy person keeps a secret. When you keep someone's secret, it's more than just zipping your lips. It's a badge of trust, a sign that you respect and value the relationship enough to protect it. Breaking that trust? Well, that can send things south real quick. It not only hurts the person who confided in you, but could also tarnish your reputation as someone dependable. Think about it this way. Keeping secrets can strengthen your bonds with others. It shows that you're reliable, that you're the kind of person who won't just spill everything at the next opportunity. This kind of trust builds over time and can make your relationships deeper, more meaningful. It's not just about the secret itself, but about what your discretion says about your character. And here's something else. Being known as a confidant can put you in a unique position. It can make you a go-to person, someone who's seen as wise and mature. This isn't just good for your personal life. It can really benefit your professional life too. People trust those who can handle sensitive information, which might lead to more opportunities and responsibilities. So, next time someone tells you something in confidence, remember the weight it carries. Treat it as an honor, a sign that you are seen as trustworthy. Uphold that trust and keep that secret safe. It's not just about the secret. It's about maintaining a reputation that you're someone who respects and protects the bonds you share with others. Situation number 12. When it could ruin your relationships. Let's chat about the times it's best to hold your tongue to protect your relationships. Proverbs 17 verse 9 gives us some serious food for thought. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. This doesn't mean you ignore major issues or let people walk all over you. It's about choosing your battles. Ask yourself, is bringing this up going to improve things, or could it potentially damage a relationship that means a lot to me? We all face moments when we could easily blurt out something in the heat of the moment. Something that could hurt someone we care about. Maybe it's a past mistake they've made or something sensitive that could embarrass them. But here's the thing. Bringing it up might win you the argument, but at the cost of hurting someone you love. Is it worth it? Often, it's not. Keeping the peace is sometimes about knowing what to leave unsaid. Choosing silence in certain situations can be a powerful way to show love and respect. It shows you value the relationship more than proving a point or being right. This doesn't just keep the peace. It builds trust and depth in your relationships. People feel safe with you because they know you won't expose their faults unnecessarily. So, when you're about to say something that might strain your bonds, pause for a moment. Consider the consequences of your words. Could your silence actually be a gift of peace? If the answer is yes, maybe it's better to let things slide. After all, fostering love often means knowing when to speak up and when to let go, embracing silence as a friend who keeps your relationship strong. Situation number 13. When it could endanger someone. Imagine you're in a situation where saying something might actually put someone at risk. It's not as uncommon as you might think. Proverbs 11 verse 12 guides us here. Whoever belittles their neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding holds his tongue. This isn't just about avoiding gossip or hurt feelings. It's about recognizing when your words could physically or emotionally endanger someone. For instance, revealing someone's location who's hiding from an abuser or spreading information that could lead to harassment are times when silence isn't just golden. It's essential. In such scenarios, the decision to remain silent can be a form of protection, a shield you provide to keep another person safe. It's about being aware of the consequences your words might have, not just immediately, but down the line as well. And while it might be tempting to share information, especially if it seems juicy or important, the potential cost to someone's safety should always come first. Moreover, choosing to stay silent in these situations shows a deep level of empathy and responsibility. It reflects a mature understanding that your speech has power, and with that power comes the need for caution and discretion. It's about putting someone else's well-being above the desire to speak out, demonstrating true character and integrity. So next time you find yourself with potentially harmful information, think carefully about the implications of sharing it. Consider who might be affected and the possible outcomes. If there's any risk involved, opt to protect rather than expose. In the end, the choice to protect someone through your silence can have far-reaching positive effects, reinforcing the trust others place in you and your judgment. Situation number 14. When you're not ready to speak. Ever been put on the spot to give your opinion or make a decision, but you just don't feel ready? Proverbs 15, verse 28 gives us wise counsel for these moments. The heart of the righteous weighs its answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes evil. This proverb is all about the importance of thinking before you speak, ensuring that your words are thoughtful and considered, not rash or harmful. It's a reminder that sometimes the smartest thing you can do is take a step back and give yourself the time you need to formulate your response. When you speak without being fully ready, you risk saying something you might regret, or that doesn't truly represent your views or feelings. This can lead to misunderstandings, mistakes, or even conflicts that could have been avoided with a bit more reflection. Whether it's in a meeting, a personal conversation, or even responding to a comment online, taking the time to think about your response is crucial. Also, there's real power in admitting that you need more time to think. It shows that you value giving a thoughtful response rather than just any response. This can earn you respect and credibility, as it shows you're someone who takes communication seriously and respects the discussion and the people involved. In practice, if you're asked for your opinion or a decision and you're not ready to respond, it's perfectly acceptable to say, "I need a little more time to think about that." This not only gives you the space to consider your words carefully, but also sets a tone for mindful and measured communication. Take the time to gather your thoughts, consult additional information if needed, and only then speak. This approach ensures that when you do speak, your words are meaningful and well-considered, contributing positively to the conversation. Solomon's Proverbs give us a clear roadmap for when it's wise to keep silent. In these 14 situations, choosing silence can be a powerful decision, preserving peace, promoting understanding, and protecting relationships. Remember, knowing when not to speak can be just as important as knowing what to say. If you found this wisdom helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell for more insightful content. Have you ever experienced a situation where staying silent was the best choice? Share your stories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep seeking wisdom in all that you do.